Hello friends, welcome to Prefacts Corner series. Today is 1st June 2020. Important articles to be covered in this series includes Dibru-Sakhova National Park, expansion of G7, National Numbering Plan, 5Z Club D10, third band-tail scorpion fish, and lastly Korean Armistice Agreement of 1953. Our first important article is on Dibru-Sakhova National Park. Recently, the All India Limited League in Assam has contaminated water bodies that flows into the Maguri Motapung Beel, which is a large wetland, and the Dibru-Sakhova National Park. So Dibru-Sakhova National Park, it is a national park in Assam located in Dibrugarh and Tinsukia district. It was designated a biosphere reserve in July 1997. The Dibru-Sakhova National Park is bounded by the Brahmaputra River and Lohit rivers in the north and Dibru River in the south. It mainly consists of moist mixed semi-evergreen forests, moist mixed deciduous forests, cane brakes, and grasslands. The park is the largest salix swamp forest in northeastern India with a tropical monsoon climate with a hot and wet summer and cool and usually dry winter. About the Maguri Motapung Beel. So Beel is a local name for a lake. Maguri Beel is a large wetland located near Guzain Ghat, which is the gateway of Dibru-Sakhova National Park and a biosphere reserve. It is a place where you have a very close view of thousands of migratory birds. It is an important birding site by BirdLife International, which is located in the south bank of the Dibru River, which is a channel of the mighty Brahmaputra River. Some important birds you will notice here, that is pigeon-tailed jacana, ruddy salduck, yellow wagtails, purple swampons, Asian open bills, northern pintols, northern lapwing, Eurasian coot, and stone charts. Our next important article is on expansion of G7. Recently, the USA had suggested the postponement of 46th Group of 7 Summit, which was scheduled to be held in June 2020 at Camp David. Additionally, the USA President has also proposed the expansion of the G7 to be called as G10 or G11. The proposed expansion has suggested inclusion of India, Australia, South Korea, and Russia in the grouping of the largest advanced economies. So what is G7? G7, a group of 7, consists of Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, United Kingdom, and the United States. It is an intergovernmental organization that was formed in 1975 as an informal forum to discuss pressing world issues. Initially, it focused on economic issues, but later it focused on the several challenges such as the oil crisis of 1970s, terrorism, arms control, and drug trafficking. The group does not have a formal constitution or a fixed headquarters. The decisions taken by leaders during annual summits are also not binding in nature. The G7 nations meet at annual summits that are presided over by leaders of member countries on a rotational basis. The G20 is a larger group of countries which also includes G7 members. Next important article is on National Numbering Plan. Recently, the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India has recommended that a new national numbering plan be issued at the earliest, so that a uniquely identifiable number can be provided to every subscriber in India. So what is National Numbering Plan? The management of numbering resources is to be governed by the National Numbering Plan. The Department of Telecom administers the numbers for fixed and mobile networks based on the ITU's telecommunications standardization sector recommendations. TRACE recommended automated allocation of numbering resources to be done using number management system software to speed up the process. Broadly, the TRACE recommended switching to an 11-digit mobile number, reallocation of mobile numbering resources surrendered by operators who have set swap, and prefixing 0 for all mobile calls made from fixed line. Next important article is on 5G Club, that is D10. Recently, the Britain has said that it was pushing the United States to form a club of 10 nations that could develop its own 5G technology and reduce dependence on Huawei, which is a Chinese company. The D10 Club. The Britain is proposing a D10 club of democratic partners that groups the G7 nations with Australia and the Asian technology leaders, South Korea and India. It would include the G7 countries. The G7 countries are UK, US, Italy, Germany, France, Japan, and Canada, plus Australia, South Korea, and India. It is aimed for channeling investments into existing telecommunication companies within the 10 member states. The group aimed to create alternative suppliers of 5G equipment and other technologies to avoid relying on China. So basically, D10 Club is a it is a proposed plan of Britain, which include the G7 countries as well as Australia, South Korea, and India. Next important article is on third missile defense system. Recently, the China has issued a statement reiterating its long-standing objections to the presence of the US third missile defense system in South Korea. So what is THAAD? THAAD is an acronym for Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, which is a transportable ground-based missile defense system. It is coupled with space-based and ground-based surveillance system, which transfer data about the incoming missile and informs a third interceptor missile of the threat type classification. So it is coupled with space-based as well as ground-based surveillance stations. Third is alarmed about incoming missiles by space-based satellites with infrared sensors. This anti-ballistic missile defense system has been designed and manufactured by the US company Lockheed Martin, and South Korea is not the only country with the third missile system. It has been previously developed in the UAE, Guam, Israel, and Romania. Next important article is on band-tailed scorpionfish. In a major development, the researchers of the Central Marine Fisheries Research Institute have found a rare fish from Sethukarai coast of Tamil Nadu and the Gulf of Mannar. So the band-tailed scorpionfish, it is a rare marine species well known for the stinging venomous spines. It has the ability for changing color and blend with its surrounding environment to escape from predators and while hunting its prey. This is the first time the particular species was found alive in the Indian waters. The fish is called a scorpionfish because its spines contain neurotoxic venom. A nocturnal feeder, the band-tailed scorpionfish feeds during nighttime with an ability to attack and suck its prey in lightning speed. So band-tailed scorpionfish is the first time this particular species was found live in the Indian waters. It is called a scorpionfish because its spines contain neurotoxic venom. Next important topic is on Korean Arms Race Agreement 1953. Recently, the United Nations Command has found both North and South Korea guilty of violating the Korean Arms Race Agreement of 1953 due to gunfire along the Korean demilitarized zone between the two countries. So what is Korean Arms Race Agreement? The 1953 Korean Armistice Agreement was a ceasefire, though there was no official declaration of the end of the war, and the conflict has continued without fighting between the parties. South Korea did not join the armistice as it refused to accept it. However, in December 1991, both the North Korea and South Korea signed a pact where they agreed to refrain from aggressions, in a step that would lead to better relations and a potential resolution of the situation. Thanks for watching.